they're stuck because they decided on the zone.
Well, that's the previous
Council.
That's the previous council. I have a feeling that, unfortunately, it's not going to be able to slow down the mess that you have across from your house.
Yeah, this.
What a mess. What an amazing mess.
That's what I call it, a mess.
And just all the way down there. And they're months away from even getting the outside of this done, I'm afraid. And you've been living with this now just for about a year, isn't that right?
Almost 2, because they had the developer and the planning board, that meeting I went to, that was in 2019.
There was an initial step on that, but the actual mess up of the taking down of the residential property. Remember, you're not supposed to put up multifamily structures at all in a residential neighborhood. So they found another way around with this redevelopment law of violating the town's own master plan.
Exactly. And this is the first time I've been able to see the houses over here in Inglewood in over a year.
Yeah.
Now I can actually, see them. And they all put on their front lights at night. And it's a neighborhood again.
Well, that's good.
Until you come this way.
Yeah, until you come this way. This is the neighborhood that's hardly a neighborhood at the moment.
It's not. I mean, it's so...
You used to be able to see all the way to the Palisades, right?
That's right.
And you look across the residential property and then onto that, and now you got this. But it's not just that it's there. It's now going to take them 2 years at least to get this thing.
Because it's supposed to be 6 stories.
It's going to be 6 stories high, and we haven't got anything yet, right?
Exactly. But aggravation.
Exactly.
An extreme case of aggravation.
Well, you have become the town's statesperson for what ought to be being done when we think about the issues of land use. And it's really too bad that we are not going to... The town owes you, in my judgment.
Oh, that's where... You see where the sign over there, the cement trucks were parked at that sign at the corner. And they ran all the way down here and down Alfred.
Yeah.
With of course, there were engines running and the trucks spinning and that. But 3 hours.
Unfortunately, that's just the beginning, Margaret.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you could have said something.
Yeah.
Pollution. Where's the environmental
check on this? Yeah.
Check on this. And they just kept coming, and and when one went in and unloaded the other one pulled up, and they just kept coming and coming. 3 hours with the motors running.
That's not.
No, I'm not a scientist but that's not right.
Yeah, there's a lot of particulate matter has been generated, not only by what's been going on out there, but what you're just describing here.
Yeah.
So.
And it was like the drivers, they did stay in the trucks, but the trucks were running, and hey, that's a lot to take in.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
To take in. No regard for us whatsoever. I mean, you're doing your job, but my job is here living in my house.
In your house. And you were guaranteed by a master plan that said you lived in a neighborhood.
In a neighborhood. It was a neighborhood. And this is what we got. I mean, and they want to.
The Teaneck Voices is going to come back and see you every several months instead of.
I'm going to be here.
Okay.
I don't like what's coming up, but I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Well, you deserve to be heard.
Oh my God! It's like something so quiet and peaceful, and now this. And the sad part about it is, you don't hear anything from the town. I know the new council people, when they walked into a mess.
Yep.
This was created before they got
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
And now the ones who created, you know, as I was told at the planning board, well, if Miss Baker doesn't like looking at the new building, she can look at Route 4. And this is coming from a council person. So that told me you had no regards for us, the residents, at all.
I think.
You know?
Well,
But
we will.
I'm looking. Still, I have never gotten anything from the town in writing.
Is that right?
Dean's letter saying he's sorry for the non-communication. That's it. So, if it wasn't for Teaneck Voices, it would be nothing.
We will be back. I promise.
I'll be here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I want to say, you've been here since 1995, is that right?
No, I've been
Or
here.
is it 205?
85.
85?
85.
That's 10 years earlier than I realized. So you've been here 38 years then.
Yeah, but my father-in-law was here in the house in 58. So,
This is Homestead.
This is Homestead, and she was what? 50?
The lady who lived in that residential property that they knocked down to put up a multifamily.
Yeah, she had been here since. So she was like the landmark. This was the house of the block.
Yeah.
Get off the bus. She had a lot of bags or whatever. She would say, "Oh, come on, sit on the stoop, take a break." And she was just like a welcome, to everybody on the street.
That's what a neighborhood is. That's what makes a neighborhood.
That's what made the neighborhood. She was over there and she stood out because that was the only house.
Yeah.
But she was very outgoing, and I don't know. It was like a closeness, a neighborhood.
I can tell.
Close.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're getting the director, but look up the street. All of these houses are going to be. They're not going to be seen. Look how bright we are today.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just not right.
Well, a lot of us know that, and I think that the town owes you something.
I think.